Hi, everybody. Iron Flame time. Feature
Hi.
not just me, but we have.
Oh, pretend I got it.
Oh, I don't have my
It's
book on.
here.
It's in the other room.
You don't have your book, Amanda?
Well,
I have my Kindle of it.
It's
Well,
okay. It's
I
all
didn't
fresh
think
in
we'd
the
figure it
brain.
out.
Is it on your bookshelf?
It's on the shelf
There you
in
go.
the bedroom as closest to the
There you go.
I have the Kindle.
closet.
Perfect.
On the bottom shelf, like on the very bottom shelf, towards like near the end, because they try to do them like by tall length of order. Sword catchers first, and then fourth Wayne, and then Iron Flame from left to right.
That's perfect.
I have them in size order.
I love it.
So since we're live, I think we should introduce everybody. If you're here, you obviously know who I am. I'm Amanda from Amanda's Booktopia. And let's all give our ratings. So I'm going to say I gave this a 4.5 star. Now,
Hot take.
A hot take,
I will
honestly.
explain why as we get further into it. All right, next,
Love that.
to my right.
I'm Dana. You can find me on YouTube at Dana Ella and Instagram at Dana Ella Reads. And I guess not hot take. I gave this 5 stars. If I could give it more, I would. I loved it so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, going underneath Dana.
Oh, hi. I'm Karina. You can find me on Bookstagram at She Dreams and Words. I give this 5 stars both times, both reads. Yeah.
And last but not least. Oh no, Carl. I had a feeling.
That was sweet.
Don't manifest him.
Well,
We try not to think
I'll
of it.
help since Carl decided to be very, very naughty. This is Nikki from Nikki's Bookish Coven. You could also find her on Instagram as Nikki's Bookish Coven.
Mm-hmm.
And
YouTube.
any other places? Oh yeah, everybody's on Goodreads in case you wanted to know.
And on YouTube, you can find her. Yeah.
Yes, and I will link everyone's YouTube handle down below when this is all over because it wouldn't let me do it beforehand. And then we have one more coming in. She's not here yet, but she will be here very, very soon. It is Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me. I'll let her do her reading when she gets here. Since you can't, I don't know if you can talk yet. If you can't do a hand signal if you're reading or something.
All right, Nikki, what'd you rate it? 5 stars.
Perfect. He actually found it without me guiding him.
Ooh, Ray rock star.
Honestly, great job, Ray.
That's awesome. Go Ray. All right, and we already got a couple of comments. Well, Ray decided to comment like earlier. He says hi, and he said Iron Flame, without a shadow of a doubt, was one of my favorite books of the year. In fact, it's been to a reading slump.
Oh.
Ooh, our next co-host is here.
Yay.
Kaylani.
Just in time.
Hello. Honestly,
We barely started. However, since you're here, if you want to introduce yourself and your rating.
Hi, I'm Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me, and 5 stars. I mean, come on now.
Gotta be.
So you missed my rating. I gave it 4.5.
Oh.
But there's a reason for it. We will get into it.
Okay.
Bryce says hi. Haven't read the book, but wanted to stop and say hi. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining, Bryce.
hey, Bryce.
Good.
I don't know if you read Fourth Wing, but if you haven't, we all highly recommend.
Big fans.
Iron Flame.
And Iron Flame is the second book.
Reading.
Yeah, Ray says required reading.
I also agree. I agree with that statement.
Let's go, Amanda. It's Jordan and Mike. Nice. That's my sister and my sister's boyfriend.
Oh,
I told them since I was in a group chat with my mom and my grandma and my sisters, and I told them that we were doing this today, and if they stopped in and stayed till the end, there might be a gift card giveaway. So Jordan's like, heck yeah, I better win. So we will see how that goes. But thanks for joining. I'm glad you guys are here. So I am very excited for this. I already have questions planned.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A lot of them. I have some basic, and then we get into some really good questions.
Man, I want to give you my rating for the book, even though I don't use Goodreads.
Okay, so Ray doesn't use Goodreads, but he wants to share his rating.
I would rate it 5 stars just for.
Not the only one that did.
The only one we'll accept, Ray.
That's funny. All right, so I guess we might as well just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
So I got a whole bunch of questions, so we'll start with some of the easier ones. Bryce says I started fourth reading an ebook, but I decided to wait till I get my hands on the physical copy. Yes, the physical copy is a must. For sure.
Mhm.
All right, let's jump right into the first question. I mean, these are some of the basic ones that we've done before, but it gets better and better as we go, of course. Well, who was your favorite character and the reasoning behind it?
Can I make a
start
list?
I know. What are we capping at?
Who wants to start?
Not me, said to be.
Milani?
Man, it's hard because there's so many good ones.
Right?
But I think I would have to choose Violet. I think she is the epitome of a really strong female character, and that's something that I love in a fantasy book. And I feel like she embodies that so well, and she takes everything in stride, and she may not always make the right decisions or make the best calls, but she cares so much about the people in her life, and I feel like that's so beautiful to watch. So Violet, even though I love Zayden, I mean, come on, we love him, but I think Violet is my favorite.
Nice. So my favorite is also Violet because she has a disability, and I do as well. And I have lots and lots of friends who have disabilities, and Ray's got one. And I feel like I love how she's still strong regardless, and she'll do anything, and she'll push. She won't let it stop her. She just keeps going, and that's one of the reasons why I love her so much. Dana?
Wait, come back to me. I'm stressing.
Karina?
Oh, sorry.
I think Carl's Carling Nikki.
Oh no, not again. It was an issue at the beginning too.
Mm.
She said at the very beginning that before we even jumped into the live that her volume is not working right.
Yeah. But I love Violet and Ree and Riddick and of course they did, but I just think each character, even the side characters, like you really grow to love them. And I love that we got to see more of her squad like in this one.
Yeah.
And they just come in with like the humor and the like support and strength that she needed in the times, that she needed it. But it's just hard to choose one. Like
Right?
That's
There's
why
so
I'm
many
stressed.
good ones.
yeah.
Like one of my other favorites is Taryn.
There's so many. Oh, Taryn and his little sass.
Oh
And
my
Andarna.
God.
Love it.
Taryn and Andarna are so cute.
My favorite character is Jack Barlow.
You're lying.
I'm kidding.
I was supposed to say, right? He's
Taryn.
kidding, by the way. He's
Taryn
kidding.
is probably my favorite.
He loves Taryn.
Mm.
We were listening to the audiobook together, and everything Taryn says was too funny. All right, Nikki, has Carl stopped Carling yet?
Mm-mm. Ugh.
Man, that
Okay.
sucks. So I want to know who her favorite was.
Ooh.
Hey, how are y'all doing tonight? Hey, Trin.
And
Thanks for coming.
doing good.
What do y'all rank Iron Flame and why? Oh, you must have missed that part. I rated it 4.5 stars, but as we keep talking, I will explain because one of the questions has my reasoning behind it.
Oh, good.
And everybody else, I guess,
5 stars.
everyone else had 5 stars,
Yeah. Yeah.
including Ray.
Yeah.
Damon?
Amanda's our hot take for sure. My favorite character is, I mean, it's so, I don't know, it's so hard for me to like separate Violet and Xaden, even though they're obviously separate characters and have like different things going on, but she just writes such well-rounded characters, and like
Right.
I just found myself like, I mean, Violet's my favorite because obviously, like, I mean, she's got Taryn, she's got Indarna, like, she's strong, she's a woman, like, she's crushing it, and
Right.
but I just like the side characters really just speak to my heart so much, and I found myself just absolutely loving Imogen. Like,
Oh,
my
right.
God,
Right.
She really grew into her
yeah,
own.
I just like, love that, like, she kind of like, because like she was one of the only people that like Violet, could like talk to about everything in the beginning. It's like she just really was just like, all right, like, what do you need? You need me to be soft with you right now, or do you need me to go ahead and just like, like
Right.
let you know what's going on? I don't know. She just, I don't know. Just the characters are top tier. But I mean, if I had to pick one, I guess the
Yeah,
lightning.
it's hard to pick one.
Like,
It's so hard.
Yeah, I'm joining late. My son has been extra fussy this afternoon. Hopefully he calms down for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Nikki, is Carl soft yet?
Oh my God, Carl.
Jeez,
Oh,
Carl,
no.
let her go already.
Trin, if you read it.
She's going to
what is
hop
your
out and then
favorite
come back. I
character?
think that's what she said.
Yeah, for those that don't understand what Carl is, he's basically what happens when Nikki has a computer that does not like to work a lot. So a lot of the times we call him Carl because, well, he cuts her off all the time.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, for real, for real.
It's bad.
And it gets annoying, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Aw.
Nikki's just gonna hang out in the comments. That's too bad.
Dang.
Well, you can at least tell us in the comments who your favorite character was.
Oh, man.
it makes me sad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Her favorites are Rydok and Taryn.
Yep.
Nice.
Those are
Trin
great.
says they haven't finished Fourth Wind yet, unfortunately. Well, if you haven't heard Ray, he says it's required reading. So
Also, just beware because I think we're going to be talking spoilers, and they're pretty big ones. So if you do want to read it, just
Stressy.
you're at your own risk.
Caution ahead.
Stick around for your own risk. Next question is, who is your least favorite?
Jack Barlow.
No.
Right? I can't believe Ray even mentioned Jack Barlow as a favorite to begin with. Like, since when do you like Jack Barlow?
Varish.
Varish.
I was about to say,
Number one villain.
Oh yeah,
in my eyes.
Varish.
Definitely
good.
I did not like him
One
at
and
all.
two.
Jack Barlow.
I think everybody's
Yeah.
I think everybody's least favorite would be Jack and Varish for sure.
Or even
I
Nolan.
think he said it
Nolan
too.
really was grinding
Oh,
on
what
her.
a disappointment.
What
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
so
He's on it.
that's a good one. Hashtag Team Amanda all the way. Aw, thanks, Mike and Jordan. Next one. What was your favorite part of the book?
Ooh.
There's a lot of good ones because this is going to be a hard question.
Coming through with questions right now.
Probably. Which chapter did I tell you not to read in public?
45.
That's the one.
48.
48.
This cover is not spicy whatsoever, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of spicy scenes.
Chapter 48, I had to.
That's my favorite part.
Yeah, mine too. Slay.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I
Nikki
can't
has a couple.
remember my house, my chair, my woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My other favorite part, I won't go into too much specifics because I'm sure people are still here that haven't had spoilers, but it's when Violet does her landing dismount. If you know.
At the end.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I just love that scene because she's like, "You will not And I'm like, you're right.
Oh man.
Man, there's just so many. There's like a lot that goes on.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Violet ripped me apart.
Violet and Liam, when she's
last
getting
night.
tortured. Yeah, that was a hard scene
That's a favorite part.
in chapter
That was our
48.
favorite part.
Well, I just think
Probably
like
Liam
the
was helping
scenes
her
with
through it.
Liam, probably.
Yeah, and I think it just like I think it's that like allowing us to see like that character that we love so much, you know?
Yeah.
That was a tough one, but a great one,
That
but
was rough.
tough. Like, yeah.
I've been extra forgetful lately due to lack of sleep lately. LOL. James hasn't been sleeping well and running me ragged, so any spoilers would probably be forgotten pretty quickly.
Oh.
Aw. I hope things get
Sorry, I just read Nikki's comment and I agree.
That was a great one.
When Violet tells Kat thanks for the finger trick.
That is the ultimate mic drop, and just like
Yeah, mic drop.
literally walk away.
I love that part too.
Oh, so good.
Let me see.
I love Liam during it, so yes, LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he's there for her.
Okay, I do have a part when Miss Violet was talking to Jasenia, and then Zayden just whips out his sign.
Oh,
So that
Right.
that was a great
was
one.
special.
There's a lot of great ones. What makes Iron Flame worth reading? A
Everything.
lot.
Everything.
I don't think we have time after that.
Before we move off to this question, I have another favorite part.
Yeah.
The armoire, when the knife comes flying out. Because I thought that just was so powerful. Because he's like,
Yeah.
when I ever hurt you with it? And she's like,
Right?
well, damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
And then his last line, Violet, there's a dagger in the armoire. And I'm like, or a battle axe or whatever. I'm like, dang.
Dang, there's just so many.
So,
Right?
so many.
Solidified a few.
There was a lot of good parts.
What
about your least favorite?
Well?
The torture scene.
Yeah.
Right? I was thinking the same thing. Like, how can you put these cadets through that? At least that many days.
There's
I mean, one day is one thing, but that many days.
The torture with Violet, I feel like that was, like that was not Codex approved. Like that was
Yeah.
Surely not.
but
And the violence.
yeah, but I think the worst, like my least favorite is like the part that left me sitting there catatonic.
Yeah, the fucking end.
Like,
At the end.
I was just like sitting in my like reading chair like this, like it's just like my soul had came out my body.
Yeah. Sitting silently, staring at the wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny
Having
because there's
staring
so
so much at
many.
the wall.
Yeah, it's like so many great parts, and then there were so many like parts that just were not great.
Yeah. Mine might be a little bit controversial. Not that it. I'm sure a lot of people think it's a great scene, but at the same time, it's terrible. At the same time, that ending.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
Which part?
Like right before we get to Xay's point of view.
Yeah, that's what Dana was talking about.
That was
favorite.
that left me reeling. Like I was.
Right?
Come on.
And honestly, shout out to Nikki though, because I was trying to get some reading in anywhere I could, and she reminded me the ending is really gonna throw you. Like read that in the comfort of your own home, in some privacy. She's like, don't read that in public. And shout out to the bestie for honestly saving me from embarrassment in the public.
I don't think I've read a lot of terrible freaking cliffhangers, and that has to be at the tippity top.
Oh,
She knows how to write them.
yeah.
Back, man.
That was a good part, as well as the shower.
Mm.
The ending, LOL. Right? That ending.
Mhm.
The ending's everything.
Yeah.
Nolan being a traitor.
That
Yes.
was so heartbreaking.
That really was heartbreaking. I'm like, what? Like, why are you doing that? That was very sad.
Yeah.
Do y'all have love interests and people y'all want dead in the book? Actually, there might be some answers coming up with some of the questions. So hold on to that thought.
Ooh.
Jack Barlow coming back. Yes. I'm like, what the
That was a shock and a half.
Yeah.
That particular chapter, I think it's chapter 26. I remember it so vividly because it was like a double whammy because you get Jack Barlow back and then you're like, oh, by the way, Zayden's also in peril.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, well,
You guys remember I texted you and I was like, Jack Barlow's alive? Like, I was stressed.
Like, I think Ray and I at the same time yelled out, what?
We did. We're like, what?
It's a,
Where
yeah,
did
it's a
this
big
come
shock.
from?
Unexpected. She did keep us on our toes.
Right?
Honestly.
For sure.
Yeah, it was crazy. Now we're getting some more deeper questions. Which character or moment prompted the strongest emotional reaction for you and why?
Chapter 35.
What was it? Chapter what?
35 when Liam makes an appearance.
That
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah. That's during that interrogation.
Yeah, where she was being tortured.
yeah. That was rough.
What was the line? I'm not wondering, Violet. I'm exactly where I need to be, or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And when he was like, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
Too much for my soul. Like,
I also like.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say Violet's mom. That really, as much as I didn't want that to hurt, like that.
Yeah, gutted me.
Yeah, because we're like kind of led to believe from book one, like she doesn't care about her kids. You know, especially Violet forcing her to go into the writer's quadrant.
Yeah.
Or even that like little line that is like,
those 2 words.
No, yeah, live well took me out, but it was actually one of the letters. Most generals dream of dying in service to their kingdom, but you know me better than that, my love. When I fall, it will only be for one reason. It will be for one reason only, to protect our children. Like,
I highlighted that. That messed me up, man.
There were so many in there for me, especially parts when Zayden wouldn't really communicate with Violet, and those times was really bothered me because in the past I've had trust issues with guys in general, so it really bothered me.
It was a trigger.
Yeah. The ending and Liam being there for Violet and Sawyer losing a limb, Nadine not even being violent.
Oh my gosh, Nadine!
That was so sad.
That was so crazy.
She was like, "Yeah, I'm Violet." Oh,
and done.
Or even when her friend died in that burning chamber.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when they were in that like cave.
No, when they were in that chamber and then Jack Barlow saved her life.
Oh,
at the tower.
Yeah, Aya or something. Yeah, that was. There were just so many moments.
Yeah,
there was a lot of them.
But then when freaking Brennan was holding his mom.
That was rough.
That was so sad.
Everything he said to her was in anger. Like, I can't even imagine the pain he's going through. Like
he just thought that he'd have the time to like have his anger and then be able to like, you know, mend their relationship, and that was rough.
Yeah. And Nikki says, yeah, when she said the way she leave is for her kids.
Yeah, that's hard hitting.
It was definitely tough.
Yeah.
How about, did the characters seem believable to you? Do they remind you of anyone you know?
Personally? Or?
It could be anybody. Even one of us.
I think the characters are believable.
Well, I was literally just talking about Brennan like he was a real person. I'm like, I can't even imagine what he's going through right now.
Yeah. Like,
right?
I think if you're attached to the characters, it's hard to not
Yeah.
for them to not seem real.
Yeah, it's like hats off to her writing for making them feel like this fantasy world to feel so like tangible, you know, and like these people to feel so like that you are connected with them, like you're crying for, you know, and hurting for them.
These like visceral reactions.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't think they remind me of anyone I know, but they do. I definitely felt like these were people I know, like from them.
Right.
Not, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I
real.
think Zayden kind of gives me Rhysand vibes a little bit just because of the
Yeah.
shadow. But other than that, no. Oh, and Violet kind of gives me Violet kind of gives me Bryce vibes, but like much younger.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like she hasn't quite come into her own yet, Bryce. Not like cocky, self-assured Bryce that we know and love.
Mm,
For sure.
I can see that.
Wow.
There's somebody that Dane reminds me of, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's somebody that I do know in real life that he reminds me of. I just can't remember the name.
Real life.
In real life?
Gosh.
In what way? Can you expand on that or?
Well, he reminds me of somebody I used to know, like when I was a teenager.
Mm.
It was like a long time ago.
Wow.
I don't know if I don't. Well, actually, I do know. I don't think I ever want anybody to be like, "Yeah, you remind me of Dane." I would simply evaporate off this earth.
But he does have a redemption.
He does.
He does.
He does have a bit of a redemption moment.
He does.
Which was nice to see, especially in that chapter that we all hate and love.
Yeah. Honestly, like his redemption for real. Like when he was like, "Do you really love him?" Okay.
Oh gosh.
I'll trust him as much as you do.
My heart melted a little bit when he said that.
And then
I highlighted that.
That made me sad. Like,
Right?
because like, man, the pain. There's just so much pain wrapped up in that friendship. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just.
How is the world building?
Built.
There's a lot of world building.
It's there.
He's there.
We have a nice map to keep us.
Yeah.
Have you seen this map?
Yeah.
I mean, let me open this up so you can actually see the map.
I had to refer to it quite a bit.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I love this map. It is stunning.
Yeah.
Very
It was really enjoyable world building, I think.
I aspire to you because I have literally never referred to a map in a fantasy book ever.
Wow. Is that a superpower?
Leah would never not be real to me. Aww.
Well, I think I don't understand world building enough to like look at a map and be like, that's
Yes, Liam. I miss Liam.
Yeah.
I wish he hadn't passed in Fourth Wing because he was such a good character.
so good.
Oh, spoiler for me. So if you didn't want spoilers, sorry. But
Well,
yes,
you are in an iron flame.
yeah, that is true. But yes, they seem, feel, and are real in my heart. Of course. Real life? Yes, Nikki, real life. That's what I was thinking originally when I got that question. I've never referred to one either except for Powerless. I haven't read it yet, except I got it through Libby. So I'm going to be reading that soon, hopefully.
Yay.
I'm currently reading it, and I'm really enjoying it.
I'm excited. I'm trying to hold off a little bit longer. Let's look at the sequel.
Which character did you most relate to in real life?
I think I'm gonna have to say Riddick because he just brought the humor. And I sometimes resort to jokes in situations.
I think I've touched a little bit on this myself already, but with Violet, I really relate to her because she's got a disability and I have one, and a lot of people I know. So, yeah, that's probably why I relate to her most because, of how she surpasses everything that she's been through and stays strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Kehlani?
I want to say that I relate to Imogen because I want to be a bad bitch. But truly, I'm probably more like Sloane, bumbling around life, just trying to survive and need extra help.
I think that's most of us.
Oh man.
Love that.
And just pissed at the world. That's me.
Love it.
Oh man. I don't know. I haven't thought of this, but the one thing that I just think is I just don't think I'd survive in this world. Okay. Like I don't think so. And I feel like I'd be like Nadine, like, LOL, I'm Violet, and then out. I just don't think there's a chance for me,
Right.
unless like I can somehow get some strength like Karina and like Riddick, but then also just be able to like LOL my way out of every situation. 'Cause
Right.
Mhm.
I will be Nadine. I'm Violet.
You're gone.
Just out of here. My soul to Malik and all that. So
You'll be on the
Karina,
death
did you
roll.
say one yet?
yeah, y'all just be like the death roll is red,
My ankle.
There you go. Oh God. Yeah.
What about you, Karina? Did you mention one yet?
Oh yeah, I said Riddick.
Oh yeah, you did. That's right.
Because you're just laughing through life,
Nikki says, I think Jacinia because books is where you'll find me.
That's a
Yep.
good one.
I
Wow.
agree. 1000%.
That is
I
a
would
great
rather be Scribe. Because I would not. I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to say I'd be a dragon rider.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't know.
Yeah. In my heart, I'm a writer. Okay. In reality, I'm learning the signs and I'm grabbing books. Okay.
Right.
That's it and that's all.
Exactly.
All right. Were there times you disagreed with the character's actions, and what would you have done differently?
Many times.
Many times.
Basically, almost every time you see Jack, disagree. Every time I see Garish, disagree. Melgren, disagree. There's like a list of disagrees here.
Yeah. Even with Solace, like right after, was it the parapet?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
he took out like all
Oh
these
my God.
cadets. Like, was that just to scare them
Okay.
into submission? Like,
Yeah, and here's my
Right?
question though, like, why did nobody else have like an issue with this except for like the children that you're out here training? Like, why did
Right?
nobody
Yeah.
be like, whoa, we might need to do something here?
Right?
But okay.
I also think, I mean, I get it, but I do think that watching the back and forth between Violet and Zayden was frustrating because in the end, the secrets were spilled.
Mm.
He could have just trusted her a lot sooner. But I get it. There is broken trust on both ends, and I see where everything was coming from. But it was frustrating to watch them like kind of throw away the time that they could have been spending like confiding in each other, fighting over it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that was the only thing that I maybe disagreed with. But I also felt like it built them into better people in the end. So like I still loved it, but it was frustrating in the moment.
Right. Like I disagree with pretty much all the villains in this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Supposed to, though.
And there's a lot I would have done differently.
Oh, can I just say, it just like popped into my head when
Sure.
Lonnie was talking about like the issues in their communication and stuff. I know we went past it, but one of my favorite parts I just have to say is when he was like, "We're not fighting in our room," like, and she was just like, "What do you mean?" And he was like, "It's a rule. Like, we're not going to fight there." I just thought that was like great about just kind of like having that one space in the house of Ryerson where like we're not fighting there. We are going to work it out someplace else, I guess, but not.
Where else would they do it? Is what I want to know.
Well,
On the
I
mat.
think
That's where they were at, I think.
What'd you say, Ray?
I said, I think his. Sorry, Dana, for cutting you off. If I did.
Oh no, you're fine.
His point to her was that we can fight anywhere else you want, but leave it out of the bedroom. Essentially, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
The other safe space.
Mm-hmm.
Their sanctuary.
Now, this should be a fun one. Which character would you most like to meet in real life?
Zayden. I would be on his throne any day in his chair. Sir.
She said, "What up, chapter
Sign
48?"
me up.
As you can see.
Yes.
Yeah,
do
property of Zayden.
Let me find that Shadow Daddy's daddy out in the world. That's it.
I would also like to meet Rhiannon because she'd be
Yes.
a blast.
There's honestly so many.
Right?
Listen,
Yeah.
if there's anybody wielding shadows in real life, I'm running far away from that.
Hell no. I'm not in the shadows. I don't need to see the light.
Right? Nikki says, I think Rhydock. Or is it Riddick?
Riddick, yeah. Such
Yeah.
a
I always
strong.
pronounce that wrong.
I love how ride or die he is. He's just like, yeah, cool. We're doing it.
Right? He'd be a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Mm-hmm.
And another fun one. Were there any plot twists that you loved or hated?
Hated.
Hated.
A few.
There was one that I really loved. Andarna.
I know, me too.
Yeah, that was really.
Yeah. Like
Sweet.
waiting for you 650 years.
Mm.
That was
But all the rest of them sucked.
yeah.
I agree.
Basically insert any other plot twist.
Well, I guess
Right?
Dane,
That was
his little redemption was really good with Varish.
that was actually really, really nice.
I was like, ain't no way he's gonna do what I think he's gonna do, and he didn't. And I was
Right? I was not
Worried.
expecting that.
surprised.
Yeah, definitely worried.
Mm-hmm.
I also really liked learning about Zayden's big secret. I think that was a pretty interesting plot twist. Not
Yeah,
that,
it was.
but that
Yeah.
one was a good one.
And
That
Nikki
was wow.
hated Jack coming back.
Yeah,
Who does
There's
interested
nothing
in-
good that was gonna come from that.
Yeah, no. Y'all called it.
Yeah.
yeah, especially like the last
That last one.
chapter. Yeah,
Ugh.
I'll
Insane.
never recover. I'm still not recovered.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not okay.
I mean, we're gonna definitely see more and find out.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably a lot more common than we are meant to believe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I'm gonna say.
What were you saying, Ray? You were saying something.
Oh yeah, when Jack came back and like after he saved her the first time, I kind of didn't know what to expect was gonna happen. I mean, you had to know he's gonna get back at her somehow, but
Hmm.
how he did, I didn't quite anticipate.
Or even the fact that he killed his own dragon. Like, dang.
Yeah, like what the hell? I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
That was wild.
For real. Wait, did I just see something?
I know the first time I read that part, I was like, his own drag. Like, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
So, what scene resonated with you most on a personal level, and how did it make you feel? Probably a lot of them. There's a lot of scenes.
I feel like we answered that kind of.
Yeah, we did a little bit.
I do
with
have
Liam.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the scene where Mira comes down from her dragon and she's like, I'm so sorry that I didn't listen to you. And then Violet, her response was, I needed you.
Oh.
Especially like having sisters, older sisters. And there were times that like I would say things to my siblings and like they didn't listen or they didn't hear me. And like I was like, dang, I needed you. That one that hit me like so hard. I had chills when she said that, like both times. I was just like sobbing. But like I think it's I think especially in fantasy books, I think sometimes we don't talk about like how wonderful, like sometimes like sibling relationships and like personal relationships outside of like the friendships and the romantic interests are. But I really love the exploration of like sibling relationships in these two books because it's been like so interesting. But anyways, that scene like really hit me in my feels.
Right.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I know we touched on that a little bit already, but that was a good one too. And how did you feel about the ending? How might you change it? No cliffhangers.
Left me confused and
Stressed.
And
yeah.
broken.
I don't know if I'd change it though, because obviously I don't know where her brain is going to take us in the future. So I'm just along for that.
I have to agree. I wouldn't change it just because she has delivered in these two books.
Yeah.
You know, on like the journey. I am stressed. Don't get me wrong. Very freaking out inside. But I think like I agree with Karina. I don't know if I change it because there was this clip I saw of her at like the midnight release, like at one of the, I think she went to like a Barnes and Noble and was at like one of the midnight releases, and she did like a Q&A, and
I heard about that.
yeah, and people were like, oh, what if we find out like, you know, it's kind of like a ACOTAR situation, right? And then like,
yeah, I read about that.
Dane is the guy, you know, for her, and she was just like, guys, like have more, like she's like, have faith in me, like trust me. And so I'm just out here
determined, you know,
blind faith and trust Rebecca that she's going to make it right.
I'm just very savvy, won't know anymore until next December.
I know.
Yeah,
that's what I would change.
Rude.
That date was brutal for sure.
Yeah.
Official though?
Yeah, it's official. I read an article.
I know.
It said it was on Goodreads.
Well, I mean, dates change all the time, and so that might not even be the official date.
We can only hope it's bumped up and not.
Yeah, please.
Spoiled us with how quick we got book 2.
Yeah.
Right?
That like having to wait like a year is
not even a year and a month. Not even a year.
It's a long time.
I don't know if we talked about this at all, but how have the characters changed by the end of the book?
I'm so sorry, guys, but I have to skedaddle to go meet my family. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But thank you so much for having me, Amanda.
I'm glad you were here.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
Bye,
guys.
Bye. Bye. What you say? I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Kiss.
I will. First birthday. Ooh, ooh.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Have fun. I'm going to watch what I miss. I'm going to watch it back.
For sure.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye. Okay.
So what do you guys think? How have the characters changed by the end of the book?
I think they all just got so much stronger.
Yeah. Like they went through so much in the book itself as far as plot. Like it's hard to like just narrow it down. I feel like.
I don't even mean like strong in their like strength, like just in their resolve and their friendship and their trust with each other.
Yeah, stronger relationship.
Well, there was a time when they said neither one of them trusted the other.
Especially with like Kat, you know,
like the side character.
That kind of relationship develop, and who else? I was thinking of someone else.
So totally the relationship with Kat and Violet, I think by the end they had if I remember, I mean I may be wrong, but they had at least an understanding, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nikki says, I think they grew in so many ways. Sloan did.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah, Sloan. Sloan was another one that.
Yeah.
I think she really was very angry, you know, grief, anger, you know. She had a lot to work through with that.
Sorry, my allergies.
It's all right.
How are you today?
Which one should be interesting? What songs did you think of while reading this book?
I'm the worst at this.
I don't know the name of it, but I just hear like sounds. There's one that's like, so you want to start a war? That I don't know if you guys heard of it, but I don't know what the name of it is. Oh, what's that one? The Khalid song? Khalid?
Oh,
I don't know.
Khalid?
Khalid, yeah.
I don't know what song you're talking about though.
It's because of TikTok. Well, it's like, I find peace in your violence.
Oh,
Oh, I remember that song. Don't remember the name.
Of course you didn't remember. Wrap me in your skin and bones. That's what Nikki said.
Is that a lyric? Or is that a lyric?
I don't know. I'm sure Nikki will tell us any second. I was thinking of that Billy Joel song, "We Didn't Start a Fire" or something like that.
Oh, we didn't fire.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure I'm familiar. Maybe if I heard it. I'm
Yeah.
really bad at songs.
me too. Terrible.
Like, I don't really listen to music anymore.
I think
As much.
Or there's another song, I think it's called "War." Or absolutely nothing. Say it again. I can't. It's the only lyrics I remember.
I feel like Imagine Dragons in general.
Right?
Yeah.
For like the action.
Believer, On Top of the World.
Those are good, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nikki says there's a song on TikTok that's pretty perfect for it. Interesting.
For me.
That's good.
Oh, what?
Yes, Imagine Dragons. Mm-hmm. Or what about Unsteady from Ex Ambassadors?
Ooh, that's good.
I'm pretty good at making playlists, right?
Yeah,
I'm
go
sure if I
ahead,
could
write
make a
it
playlist
down.
for this book, I probably could.
That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm. And another one. How did it impact you? Do you think you'll remember it in a few months or years?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine us like rereading it with every book that comes out.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
I will be thinking about it for a long time. It was very emotional.
Yeah.
Like
Years.
many.
For real. This could be a fun one to try. Guess the character's zodiac signs.
Oh no. I feel like Bree's an Aries. If anyone's an Aries, it's gotta be Rhiannon.
Capricorn for Riddick. I think he would be a Capricorn.
I feel like.
Let's see. What would Xaden be?
I feel like Cat's a Sagittarius.
Who?
Cat.
Oh, hell yeah. Or Scorpio.
Or Scorpio.
Or Scorpio.
I feel like
I don't know. Violet's giving Leo energy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think of what Xaden would be.
Maybe a Cancer?
That's who he is.
Did you guys hear, right?
What do you say?
He said he's Xaden. That's who he is. He doesn't have a sign. He's just Xaden.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with zodiacs like on a level like that.
Well, Nikki's got some interesting questions. With Mira seeing B for the first time, would you react like her? Would you punch him too?
I would
Probably not.
Probably, but yeah, I wouldn't.
I just get emotional. I just break down into tears or some shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I probably wouldn't punch him, but I definitely would be mad.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably have like Violet's reaction when she first found out.
Yeah, because that's like, you think someone's been gone for all these years?
Right?
I feel hurt, I think.
Yeah.
Like a lot of hurt.
Yeah.
And Nikki asked, "What did you think was happening when Rye came to Violet and said she thinks the school was hiding something from them?"
What?
I just,
When Reddit came to Violet.
I'm just talking about Rhiannon.
Oh, Rhiannon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because RHI is. Yeah. I was thinking of.
I was just under the impression that it was stuff we already knew as the reader.
Same.
But
Yeah.
I could be incorrect in which instance this is. Like, is this when she was obviously hiding stuff from her crew?
Yeah, for sure.
I do love that she eventually opened up to them, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they were risking themselves, and I honestly wish she did it sooner.
Yeah, I agree.
Amanda, how spoilery are we getting? Because I do have a question, but I don't want to.
Oh, I do have some better ones coming. I know we touched on a
right.
lot of very similar ones, but yeah, you could go ahead.
Does anyone have any theories about what Violet's second signet is?
Oh, actually, I have a question for that. Here we go.
I have
You
a
think
few.
Violet will get second signet from Adarna? If so, what power might she receive?
I have a theory, and I kind of want to voice it and see if I'm right in the end.
Please
say it.
Because I was watching a interview with her, and she said that all the answers that you would need about Violet's second signet is an iron flame. I think she's a dreamwalker.
That would be really cool.
Sorry.
Because all of the dreams that she had, she never specified that it was her in the dreams, that it was her perspective. I think she was feeding off of Zayden's dream.
Oh, interesting.
That would make a lot of sense, actually.
Because, like I said, I don't want to get too spoiler, but at the end, the Venom says something to Zayden, like, you were going to turn. But that was what she had heard in that dream. I don't think it was ever her that was dreaming that. I think it was him.
Interesting. What a fun little theory that is. And it would make I saw. What?
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense.
You saw what?
I saw a TikTok that had me thinking that much like Zayden's dagger that he gave her is like something like when you need something kind of a thing, which I thought was interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like read it at least 3 more times.
Yeah.
To formulate a hypothesis on that. But I do like yours. That's really interesting.
I mean, I feel like there's not enough bases on it, but also I think in Zayden's chapter, he said something about like how it was going to be something that he dreamed about. But I don't think that, I don't know. I think there was something at the very end that like triggered it, and I was like, I really think that's what it is. I think that she is.
When he was talking to Jack, or before that.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, it was right there. It's on page 662, and he says, her arms are bent as though reaching out to me, even in her dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
That would make a lot of sense.
So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
I really hope it is, because that'd be really cool.
I don't know exactly how beneficial that will be, you know?
Right. I also feel like she might have more than one, or more than just the 2.
Yeah. I'm going to step away for just a second because Isaac just got home. I want to see Orion really quick, and then I'll come right back.
Oh,
okay. Also, because if
And Nikki thinks Kaylani's theory is very interesting.
Like, I feel like, we're led to, or it's insinuated that General Sorengale was in the same boat as Zayden in the end, So I feel like there's got to be more
Right.
to that.
I have another question that I want to do when Kaylani's back because it relates to this question.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I definitely think
Mhm.
Darna's got some powers for sure.
Yeah, Nikki thinks that she has more than 2 as well.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the whole scene with Liam, like, there's got to be something there.
Right?
For her to kind of like manifest him,
Yeah.
or hallucinate, however you want to.
She thinks she was hallucinating, but what if it's a different signet?
Yeah. It could be like, if my little thing, if, like if when she's has a dire need for something kind of a thing,
Mm-hmm.
like she needed that support.
Yeah.
Like someone to be there for her so that she can stay strong.
Right.
Because like he kind of reminded her that she's stronger than what they can do to her body. Like it's all in her mind.
Yeah, it would make a lot of sense.
I just feel like there's more.
Yeah, there's got to be more to come. I'm sure of it. I didn't think she didn't have to wait a year to find it.
Especially with us learning about Zayden's, towards that, like basically in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was wild.
There's a lot to unpack with that.
There is so much happens in this book,
and like the fact that his dragon, is now eerily silent. It says. So I wonder if something has disrupted that.
What was he saying?
The ending.
He said that Sigel went eerily silent towards the end. So Ray thinks that it's something that happened between. Did you say Zayden and Sigel?
Yeah, because of his change.
Because of what happened to him in the end.
I think disrupted
their connection or their bond.
I think either she's chosen to block him out, or there's something going on.
Oh,
there has to be, because
why else would she go eerily silent?
Maybe she's upset for him for choosing what he did.
You.
Yeah.
If you remember, there's a line where she's like, "I chose you," and he's still, what happened is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other Kaylani's back. I feel like I need to do this question.
Okay.
Did you suspect Zayden's second signet? And how would learning that Zayden is a type of intrinsic make you feel if you were Violet?
I did not, but it's very interesting reading it a second time how many hints were dropped. There was a time when he was like, his intentions are pretty clear. And I was like, damn, she just dangled it right in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, for what?
Huh?
What were his intentions?
Wasn't there a part where they were asked if we need to make sure your intentions when they were visiting Cat's like sanctuary before the whole armor?
Yeah, there was a couple of times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, no, that was the siblings. Never mind. Zayden was not a part of that specific encounter I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a couple of times where he was like, he said he would like hint that he knew more than he was supposed to.
Yeah, I noticed that too. So I can understand that Violet was like upset to the point that he didn't tell her because they were so close. Even though I don't think she would have. I don't think she would have said anything to anybody about him.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't. Not when her life is on the line too, and they're dragging.
And Nikki says she's connected to Zayden. He's got some powerful signets and 2 dragons in it. And Andarna is unique. She's a 7th breed, and we don't know enough about her yet, which is very true.
Mm-hmm.
With that reveal, I'm like, what?
I was like, I had a feeling. Because she was like camouflaging to the different like her surroundings. So
I didn't realize she was doing that either. I thought she was hiding in the shadows or something.
Yeah, her scales changed like a few different times and in different colors. So I love that.
Right? And also Indarna changes a lot, so I think your second signet might change up a lot too.
Yeah.
Which is possible. It's like the signets are a very interesting part of the story. For sure.
Yeah, they are.
I wonder like if Zayden's will change too. There was
You know what signet is interesting in my opinion is like the siphons. It's like,
oh yeah,
how does that even
Like they can essentially
helpful?
drain the powers and make runes. I think if I remember correctly, reading from the reading, it said siphons. They automatically understand how to do runes and all that.
Yeah, I do remember that part. That did stand out to me on a reread. Like siphons are more skilled in making runes or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Since we're kind of talking about the dragons, this one kind of relates. The banter between Violet, Tyrion, and Darna provides some lighthearted relief. What did you most enjoy about their relationships? Were there any moments that particularly stood out to you?
I just feel like the sass from both Tyrion and Darna. Like Tyrion was very protective of Violet, and we get to see more of that, which was really fun. And Darna is just like a typical teenager, going through like mood swings and kind of sleeping a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we don't realize that while she's sleeping, she's growing at the same time.
Right, exactly. So I'm interested to learn more about Indarna and what she brings to the story.
Right.
Especially that she can't carry, or we're told she can't carry Ryder, so. And she breathes fire, like.
Right?
Excuse me, ma'am. She grew up too fast, you know?
She sure did. Nikki says, I think I just love the dynamic between them all. Mm-hmm. I love Tyrion and his sass and Indarna and her adolescent sass.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think we're all pretty much saying that.
Yeah.
But Violet can throw the sass right back, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think makes them all a great pair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're a good team, for sure. Good dynamic.
Let's see.
These are good questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I actually found this website where you can just pick a book and then it will give you all different types of questions that you can use in your book discussions. So awesome. I found a lot of these from there. But we've touched on some of them in some way or another, trying to find ones that we haven't really talked about much.
Love that.
Well, this one might be interesting. Navarre isolates itself from other lands with leadership prioritizing its own people's safety over the global good. Is this stance justifiable? Do you see any real-world parallels?
Damn.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Right? I found that in that website.
That's a hard one.
That's a very hard one.
I'd like to pass. Definitely some parallels.
That is a very deep question, though.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. That's like.
This might be kind of deep. I don't know if it's too deep, but we could try. So Violet's family plays a role in the novel. Explore the complex relationships between General Sorrengail and her 3 children. How do they balance loyalty to family, country, and humanity overall?
Wow.
Read the question again. Sorry.
To explore the complex relationships between General Sorrengail and her 3 children. How do they balance loyalty to family, country, and humanity overall?
They don't.
They don't, and I'm glad I'm not General Zorengale.
Right?
That's an interesting way to look at it.
My brain hurts on that question.
Yeah, that was tough.
Some of these questions go pretty deep, I have to admit.
Yeah, the balance, I wouldn't say is balancing.
No.
Right?
Just because Brennan, like his stance is he hates his mom because she was so willing to sacrifice her children to defend Navarre.
Right.
Loyalty to family? Yeah. All right. Sorry. Next question.
That's all right. Rebecca Yarros is unafraid to kill off even significant characters. Whose death in Iron Flame surprised you the most? Even though they're all sad in some way.
Mom. Oh. Surprise, Nadine's definitely came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was like a shock to the system.
Right?
I know, Kaylin, I think you mentioned that you figured the mom.
I figured the mom was going to be the one. I think it. Oh, bye, Nikki.
Aw. Bye, Nikki. Thanks for coming. Too bad Carl was Carling.
I know.
I know. She had some questions too. So
Yeah. And Nikki says bye, Ray.
Bye,
I
Nikki.
felt like the mom was the most. It was like a good balance between shocking, emotional, but also kind of like the best person. If somebody had to go, I'm glad it's her.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Always my hope, and I think that with the reconnection of her children, it kind of felt like that was the next plausible end for her. Like they weren't actually going to be able to like tie up all those.
Live happily ever after.
So
I was really scared. Riddick was going to be a casualty because I was getting so attached to him. Like, he had more page time and stuff like that. So
you were going to be
can't
living.
say he's not going to in the future, but at this point in time,
So
it wasn't him.
I know you guys might have talked once about the character that lost their limb.
Oh, Sawyer.
Yeah, that was sad.
A pretty intense time too.
Mhm.
But I love how, if I remember correctly, anyways, she was able to make the jump from dragon to dragon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she saved him.
That landing dismount was
Wild.
It was something.
That's what you.
Perfection, especially because she basically didn't master it during class. So the fact that she landed on another dragon was just top tier.
Right. So I thought this one was interesting. Violet was prepared to sacrifice herself to imbue the ward stone. What did this show about her character?
That she's selfless and willing to do what's necessary to protect everyone else.
Yeah,
Not
but
only herself, but she's willing to give up. She didn't think about just her family. She didn't think about just her friends. It was for everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I love that moment when she did that. Because
she didn't even hesitate. She was like, it needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. Like I do that for my friends. And this one sounds kind of interesting. The final chapter is told from Xaden's point of view rather than Violet's. Would you like to hear more from his or other characters' perspectives in future books?
I'm hoping that's kind of her lead into giving us a second perspective, because I would die for Xaden's perspective at this point.
Right?
Especially now that what we know.
Yeah.
What
he turned into.
Mm-hmm.
I think that having his perspective in these two books would have given away some of his bigger secrets. But now that his secrets are out, I feel like this is the perfect time to add in his perspective.
Add the duel.
Yeah.
I just remembered I haven't even read the extra chapter in the holiday edition.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, me either.
Wow.
Do you think the next book could be from his perspective, one of the next two? Because if there's 5 in the series, one of them's going to be from his and maybe one from Brennan's perspective. And maybe the last book could bring them all together.
That would be cool.
That's interesting. I just don't know if she's going to do that for an entire book. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. That would be cool, though.
I'd like to see more POVs intertwined in the I feel like that would be
like the Rebels,
Janet and Throne of Glass type of thing.
Yeah.
Yes. That would be great.
We can get Brennan or
we could just hear little snippets of their perspective.
Tell me, what have you been doing the last 5 years?
My dude.
Like,
Right.
but even when okay, sorry to bring this up, but when we're gonna do the ward, she's like, you need to pick if it's gonna be here or Arisha. He's like, where home is where you are. And I was like, right now. But yeah, I would like to see more of his POV in the future books.
I'd love to see Rhiannon too, or Jacinia.
Oh, Jacinia, our little transcriber.
Right?
You know what really, really scares me though?
What's
Is
that?
some of these things at the top of the thing are like recovered correspondence.
Yeah.
Like, where are you recovering them from? Where are they going?
Right.
Are they okay?
Right?
Probably not. My best guess is someone is not going to be there by the end
I
of
just gave myself anxiety. Did you guys hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. You're like, are they really gonna be okay?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Not everybody.
Not everybody. That's for dang sure.
I mean, that's why I'm scared about these side characters that we're getting attached to.
I know.
Because what's she gonna do to us next?
I hate to swear, it hurts.
Please don't tear our hearts out all over again. Because there's so many great characters. I don't want.
I would love to see Sawyer like still be a writer. Like that would be so cool.
Yeah,
like if they were able to do like yeah, exactly. Okay.
So, what did you think you learned from it, or what did it teach you about yourself or others?
It taught me that I don't mind if a man lies to me or shows me all his red flags. I'm still gonna love him, and he would still be Shadow Daddy.
Very valid. I feel like I learned that some people are just gonna be haters on these books.
Exactly.
And that's all there is on that.
They're just gonna hate.
Right?
It's just hard to, I don't know. Like, obviously, we all have our own reading taste. Like, my blinders are on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right?
Oh, did you answer why it was a 4.5 and not a 5? Like, what was the question?
Well, I kind of did a little bit when I talked about how, like, the way Xaden wouldn't trust Violet and he wouldn't communicate with her. Okay. That was a bit of a trigger for me.
Gotcha.
Because I have issues with guys not telling me the truth about things, and people in general. Mm-hmm. But because I have a lot of growing up, I've had a lot of trust issues in general. Yeah. So like it kind of touched a nerve a little bit.
Gotcha.
That's why I lowered it down to a 4.5 instead of a 5.
Mm-hmm. That's valid.
But yeah. I love the rest of the book. Mm-hmm. It was intense. It was an intense ride.
Literally a lot happening the whole time.
Right?
Yeah, but the people that were like, oh, this was boring. Boring where?
Yeah.
Right?
How?
How can you possibly think this is boring?
It's like, explain yourself.
Some people think this book is boring. I don't know, but I don't think I want to know.
Yeah.
How is it boring?
I mean, it's action-packed, and even when there's like slower moments, they're good moments.
But I feel like any story, you need slower moments in order to appreciate
the build-up.
Yeah.
Like people in general.
Oh.
No, not me. Not I.
No, we're not talking about you guys. We're talking about people in general.
No, so when Amanda said people thought this was boring, I thought she meant like someone must like. I thought maybe if someone said something like on the street, you know, in the comments or something.
Oh,
that's what I thought.
Oh no.
Comments. We haven't had one in a while since Nikki
world.
There's so many like. I do kind of have to agree with Amanda. I was kind of frustrated with the aspect, and I'm sorry for jumping in, but
you're fine.
With the aspect of, you know, the communication from Xaden to Violet, but some of what she was asking him to reveal to her, I don't think he felt he could, because they weren't his like like it wasn't all his like stuff. Like some of it was about the movement or other people's secrets.
Yeah.
I think.
I wasn't annoyed by that part. I was annoyed at the parts he was able to tell but didn't.
Right.
Like, I didn't understand that. That's so I only have like one more question that I think that we haven't touched on yet.
Okay.
Well, I thought this would be kind of a fun one. Are there any characters you wish you could have given advice to, and what would you tell them?
Sloane.
What would you tell her?
Just trust her.
We kind of touched on
herself
that.
like so much pain and heartache if she would have just listened to the story and like understood like truly how she felt about Liam.
Yeah,
I can see that, but I can also see like her, harboring so much hurt and having someone to take it out on.
Yeah, no, I get that too.
But,
if I could like shake her and be like, "Girl, she loved him just as much as you did."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Violet was still there throughout the whole thing.
She sure was.
Got her back. And that just shows you like her loyalty and to Liam and
Yeah.
just
Or even that line when she was like, he should never have asked that of you. And she was like, well, why? 'Cause she's like, well, you had all this time to like, you have to worry about Zayden too. You shouldn't have to worry.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
that hit.
Right.
Yep.
And also maybe Sloane. When it comes to
I know.
like she wouldn't open up to anybody. She wouldn't even attempt to.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like she could have used a little bit of advice. Even though Violet tried, she wasn't listening or she wasn't like, she was so focused on the fact that Liam's gone, and she wasn't thinking about how is she going to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that just shows,
Grief.
Yeah.
grief and just, youth. Yeah.
Like, I would have attempted to at least try to give her some advice and help guide her through that, because I've been through lots of grief myself, so I understand where she's coming from. But you also got to think about like what are you gonna do in the end,
Mm-hmm. I mean, Zayden, just talk.
right?
Just talk.
That's all you got to do.
I really didn't like where he's like, just ask me questions.
That is
Tell me
exactly
Okay.
what annoyed the man.
Tell me answer.
Yeah, that's what annoyed us. Like, to the
Yeah.
point where, like, why are you telling her she can ask you questions if you're not going to answer the questions?
But she doesn't even know what to ask you.
Right.
And he's like, well, you didn't ask me the right question. And how is she supposed to know what the right question is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's not going to know. If he just, gave answers to her voluntarily, she wouldn't have to ask stupid questions.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions you want to bring in?
Not at the top of my head. I wasn't the one with the questions.
I really wonder what Nikki's questions were.
I think Nikki asked a few. I don't
Yeah.
know if
She did ask a couple.
she had more.
I do have to head out though. I gotta go feed Orion.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much about out of questions anyway, because we touched on most of them anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to rush you guys, but I do unfortunately have to go, Mom.
But real quick before we go, is your rating still the same?
Heck yeah.
Of course.
Is your rating still the same?
Yeah. I think Ray was hoping to bump it up to a 5.
Close. It's the
Close
closest it's going to be. Ours could be a 4.75, but so if you want to get crazy, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think that's everything that I have for this discussion. And if you guys are ready to wrap it up.
Yeah. I think that was a good
thank you for having
chat.
us.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do a giveaway for those who are still here. Is there anybody still here? if anyone's still here. I don't even know if my sister's still here or
Mm.
I don't know. Because I was going to do a quick giveaway. I mean, if you guys want to go, you guys can. I just don't know if anybody's even still here so I can do the gift card. And I was going to do an Amazon gift card.
Oh, fun.
You could get like at least one book.
Mike's
Oh,
there.
good. Jordan and Mike are still here. Cool.
Love
Well,
that.
I don't know if anybody else is. So I guess if nobody else comments in the next 2 minutes, Jordan and Mike are the winners. I know Jordan
I
says
am going to head out. I got to go take care of the baby. But thank you so much for
Aw.
having me. This was so fun.
Yeah, it was. I did enjoy doing this. I just wish we had more people in the comments.
I know. That's okay. We had a good time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. We had a blast.
It was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
So, since what did I just do? Oh, there we go. Since it's just me and Karina now, I guess I'll just say Jordan, Mike, you guys are the winners because I don't think anybody else is here.
They stuck around for the long haul.
So, Jordan, I don't think I have your email, so text me and let me know what your email is. I'll send you a $10 Amazon gift card. Since what I was gonna do originally is put names into a spinner wheel on my phone and have it randomly select one, but most people are gone.
Yeah. Well, there might be some people that still haven't read it because it's still, a fairly new release. So that's fair. Hopefully they'll be watching it back and answering some questions.
Yeah. Oh, good. Jordan will text me. Yeah, because I have my sister's number, but I don't have her email. Weird, right? I have most of my family's emails.
Yeah.
You have it now.
I don't have my own sisters, which is weird. But I'm glad you stayed for a little bit, Karina.
Yeah, me too. Representing the Swoony readers.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Swoony readers when you guys do your live show because I have so much to talk about for the Plight Before Christmas. So
I'm excited. I'm going to start it Monday.
Yay. I just finished it. Loved it.
I'm excited.
I usually don't read a lot of Christmas books, but this one really got me in the feels.
Did you see a cameo?
Yes, I did.
Okay, don't give me any details. I'm going to go in and
and you're going to love that cameo.
wow.
And what he does in the cameo is hilarious.
Thank you, Amanda, for maybe
Wow. I'm so excited.
You're good.
I'm excited.
And Ray says bye to everybody.
Thanks for hanging out.
And well, I'm glad you were here, Karina. And hopefully I'll see you in the next live, wherever that may be.
I know.
And
Hopefully.
also thanks to Nikki, who was here for a brief moment and stuck by in the comments. And thanks to Dana for being here and Kaylani and and everybody who was here. So I appreciate everybody being here. That managed to get here. Hopefully next time for the next live show. Oh yes, reminding everybody, Crescent City Read Along starting this month. House of Earth and Blood. January, House of Sky and Breath. And then January 30th, make sure you get your copy of House of Flame and Shadow because we are having a big live show at the end of February.
It's going to be a long one.
We're going to discuss everything Crescent City.
Love that.
And also, for those that don't manage to get a physical copy, by the time we have the live show, I will send out a physical copy to somebody. That will be the giveaway.
So sweet. That's awesome.
So if someone read it like ebook or audio and you want a physical, I will send it.
Very cool.
So I'm sure you'll get your physical before then.
Oh yeah, I've got a few, there's a few additions.
So I'm glad everybody that made it. So thank you everybody for being here. If you want to subscribe for more bookish content from me, smash that subscribe button down below. I will link everybody who was here in the description after this, so you could go follow them as well. including Karina, who's still standing. And hopefully, give me a big thumbs up if you enjoy this live show, and we will see you all next time.
Good night.
Bye.